Welcome to Lafayette, Louisiana, home to the Raging Cajuns of the University of Louisiana and the site of the clash we have in store today. The Chanticleers will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. So Louisiana's return team didn't help matters out much with that one. And here's the man they rally around, and he has earned that type of respect, David.
You dang right. You earn it by doing it, and he's done it at such a high level. Everyone believes in this young man, and Palmer, there's a reason why.
You're right, David. He's been in the big moments, and he's won the big games. This guy delivers when the game is on the line.
Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, this is a defense that prides themselves on stopping the run, and that is a huge statement on their opponent's opening drive of the game. 3rd and short, they don't just get a stop. They get a tackle for loss. That sends a very clear message that they're going to be the more physical side today.
On the move, it's Woods. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. So the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Here are our impact players for this game, and it goes beyond executing an assignment to make an impact in the game.
Yeah, obviously we were talking to both coaching staffs this week, and we asked them who needs to step up and play well. They immediately pointed to these guys right here. They are the key for their respective teams.
Yeah, and they don't always show up in the box score, but these are the guys that are the leaders. These are the guys getting everybody organized and have to play well for their team to succeed.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. They're getting this guy lathered up. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And as an offense, having success on a run play like that early in the game just opens up all the possibilities of your playbook moving forward. Play action, running the ball, throwing the ball, screens, anything is at your disposal at this point.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. And the Chanticleers look to keep this drive humming. Running to the left. Got enough space, and he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Coastal! Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Fires to the wideout. Got a wide open receiver. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. He'll pull it on the read. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. The give from the gun. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. And then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
Complete downfield. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Looking to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Cajuns.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Bringing it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Gives it to the back on the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Right back to it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. The shot that clears will line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. First down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. 2nd and 10 here. He's looking to throw. Slings it. A strike downfield. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And they picked up 9 on 1st down. It'll bring up 2nd and short now.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They'll keep it on the ground. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And that's all you want, right? You want that 1st down, understand the situation, understand I got to get north and south, get a 1st down, get a new set of downs.
The Raging Cajuns have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like, the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job of getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Now listen, the defense won that play. As an offense here, the key, David, you can't go back-to-back negative plays. You got to be smart with the football here. Looks like you're going to have to throw it. You just can't force it. You got to make sure you're playing with that clock in your head. You can't take a sack.
And I think this is a situation where I
throw to the end zone. It's picked off. He looked as if he thought he had it all the way, and this junior makes a play.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They'll leave it with him. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29. You got to think they'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Little touch pass to the receiver. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly and got the big first down.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry today.
And the Chanticleers pick up the first down. Offense working from the pistol. They'll ride the hot hand. They'll wrestle it down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Keeping it on the ground with the running back.
Now, that's what you're trying to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Looking downfield, it's Wilkins. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. They probably feel good about their field goal chances from the 29, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Right on target this time. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Chanticleers will snap it on 1st and 10. They're in the red zone and they'll pass it. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, heat that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Nebraska is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Lincoln. One of the most special places to watch a game in all of college football. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Maryland. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the misfire, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Comes out throwing on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The aerial assault continues. Looking left. It's complete. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. On first down, here comes this offense. He's going to pass. He's open on the right. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Man, a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
Running back goes in motion. Going up top on first down. Touchdown, Raging Cajuns. Reeled it in and just made the house call.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. Trying to find his man on first down. They've got the screen set up. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Quickly complete. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but, man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a seat.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Those outside linebackers nowadays, they're so fast. They got to cover ground. You can blitz them off the edge, and they can get after quarterbacks. Versatile. That's why they're getting drafted so high in the NFL and getting paid all that.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll run it out of the shotgun. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. Now on second down. And the Raging Cajuns will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Got room on the return. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got his first and goal. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Motion from the offense. Pushes ahead. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana! And that one will give them the lead. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
On the run from inside his own 5. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Off the play fake on first down. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. What can they pull out of the playbook here on 2nd and long from the 17? They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. And the Chanticleers come to the line with a new set of downs. On the move. Hard running there. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score touchdowns.
As they come to the line on 3rd and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. Fires to the big fella. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line. The Chanticleers are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Lets it fly. And the DB right with him to knock it away. Now on 2nd down after the incompletion. Back to throw, it's Wilkins. He finds his man.
It's hard to have success on wide receiver screens when you're facing press man coverage because your blockers out front oftentimes can't pick them up, and that receiver gets gobbled up as soon as he catches the pass. You saw it on that last play.
And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Caught behind the line. It's Williams. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. Tackle is made at the 30-yard line after he picked up 4. Coming to the line of scrimmage at the 30. It would be a long field goal, but they'd love to pick up a few here on 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Well, on 3rd and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball's incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on 4th down.
Quickly to the tight end. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down. But they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air on first down. And the pass hits, picked off. Running through contact. Bringing it back. At the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Cajuns. How about that D coming up with a play like that? What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job of flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Crosses the 30, he's got away. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football.
Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. He wants to throw it again. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. And the Chanticleers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Fast motion from the offense. To the air, it's Wilkins. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. And the quarterback will be slugged down back at the 43. He is a menace rushing the passer. Career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Flips it out in the flat. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
The give, and tick, 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 tick. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
I love when players understand the situations, and they understand where the 1st down marker is, and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting a big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
And the offense out on the field to go back to work. They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with the first down.
I tell you, this defense and their front seven, they're going to have to play with great eye discipline because they know they are going to see this type of misdirection in their run game, and they got gashed there.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. To the ground. He's got it again. A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's able to shed 1 tackle, but still just a very short gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. A 3rd and long coming up here. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. Splits the uprights from 56, and he's got 3 on the board. With that field goal, now it takes a touchdown to beat them, so you want to pin them back and then let the defense have a little room to work with. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. Unloads to the wideout. He's got an open man. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking to throw, it's Wilkins. Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. 2nd down coming up. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. The Chanticleers are in the hurry-up. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward.
False start, offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Chanticleers have it with a 1st and goal. Takes a snap, wants to throw. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. And here we go, final play of the game right here. On second down, just keeps firing. Looking to buy time. And the consolation prize there. He gets into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but at least a score as the clock hits 0. It's as if every play call with this guy, you've got the play that's called, and if that doesn't work, something that might even be more dangerous.
How nice is that as an offensive coordinator, right, Reese? You know that even if what you called isn't exactly going to work, this guy can just pull a rabbit out of the hat. He can go backyard football and just take off. Man, this guy is fun to watch.
You know, there's